Well, you know this man, but I'm Jake Noecker, and if you don't know this man, that's Aljamain Sterling. So, Aljo, we're just hanging out. We're smoking some Triumph Funk Master cigars. We got Funk Harbor, and we're at 8 Lounge and Resorts in Las Vegas. So, Aljo, enough of me talking. How are we doing?
Doing good. Just had a really busy start to the week at the WSWA event for wine, alcohols, and spirits. And last year we took double gold, so this year just going back and not really competing, but just doing some other small segment stuff, running there right after training. It's just a non-stop hustle. I was like 5 minutes late to the gym today. I walk in, it was so quiet. I was like, did they start late or something? I walk over, and everyone stops and they look at me and I go, I live a very hectic life. I'm sorry.
What's more hectic? Like the peak of bantamweight championship, or like now where I feel like you're doing a lot of like PR stuff, especially with the rum and the cigars and stuff?
I would say now. Back then it was just really just focused on training and planning a life more so than what I'm doing now is like running a business. It's a lot harder than it looks, man. There's a lot more that goes into being your own boss.
And I assume, since we are here enjoying some cigars and rum, and you've been busy in Vegas running around, no fight news on the clock right now, or on the calendar right now. They're still looking for you. Where do we stand there?
They're still looking. I guess just trying to make sense out of the potential opponents within the top 10. Not a lot of guys available. I know they were spitballing the name Yusuf and some other names, and I don't know. Everyone's got something going on. I think that's what just makes it hard. The higher up in the rankings you get, it makes it a little bit more difficult to get matchups and to fight as often. So I'm trying to throw my name in the hat to be a backup for that London card.
Oh yeah? For Movsar and Lerone Murphy?
Listen, man. Movsar is one of the most unreliable guys that pulls out of how many fights. Or somehow his opponent doesn't make it to the fight, but usually it's him.
Sure.
So, I wouldn't mind going back to the UK with the men them and going to see my grandparents over there, my grandma, and my cousins. So I think that'd be fun. Obviously, the cutting weight sucked, but if I get the opportunity to put myself in a number one contender position where I can fight either one of those guys and win, I think the writing's on the wall that I get another title shot long before it's overdue.
So that, to you, and I mean, this probably has already been said even by UFC, but that's the number one contender, winner that's fighting Volkanovski in your eyes?
I would say so. Winner of that fight's more than likely fighting Volkanovski. And rightfully so, both guys undefeated. But I know Alex likes to have quick turnarounds, so
yeah, he likes to stay active.
I make sure I put it out there like, hey, these guys aren't fighting until the next 7 weeks. So, for them to heal up after that fight, you know, that puts Volk at probably, July, August, maybe even September?
White House-ish.
Yeah, so
around there.
I guess the way I'm kind of looking at it, like just the layout, I've been out waiting for quite a while. Got married in October, been waiting since then. I was hoping to fight in February in Houston, didn't happen. Was told March. I'm getting pushed back till April in Miami. I'm just like, dude, I'm just here. So whenever you guys need me, I know a guy.
Is that what they're talking about? Or I don't know if they are talking, but is that maybe ideal for you? April in Miami, was that UFC 327?
February would have been ideal.
Would have been?
Yeah, so I can fight 3 times this year. That was the goal, but now you kick the can down the road, you're going to do April, then it's like, all right, the odds of that happening are a lot slimmer, especially with the turnaround time for everybody else and the timetables. So March would be ideal. Now at this point, I would say London would make sense because of the time. Give myself 7 weeks, I'm already in pretty good shape, but to be ready for a 5-round fight, I think 7 weeks would give me more than enough time to prepare and dial it all in. And if not, April in Miami would be great too. So lots of options on the table, and I'm just
waiting,
just a willing participant.
Well, I mean, it sounds like if someone were to pull out, you think it would be Movsar, not Lerone Murphy. So let's say in your perfect world that happens, you get that Lerone Murphy fight, main event, London. How does that go down? Aljamain Sterling, Lerone Murphy.
Dave,
you're good. You can come in.
Dave, could we order something too for cocktails?
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Ordering some Funk Harbor.
Yes, I'll send them right in here.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Got to get the drink with the cigar. By the way, before we continue this, I mean, Triumph Cigars. This tasty.
Pretty solid.
Pretty good. Yeah, man. I got Brian Battles too. I gotta try this week. Shout out Brian Battle.
I gotta try Brian's too, Cody's, and Judover's. I heard Judover's is really good because he's actually like more closer to a connoisseur than I am.
Yeah.
So he knows like the tasting profiles, the fillers, the binders, that whole.
Did you get to like choose what you want in it, or were they just like, this is kind of what we present you?
Kind of what they presented, but I had a little bit of input because we tried a bunch of different stuff down in Miami, and with that, the guy had a lot of conversation with the owner Brian and all day, and we're kind of able to get in with that.
Triumph goes hard, man. Triumph goes hard. All right, let's order some Funk Harbor.
Did you guys want me to get some
Yes.
cocktails going for you?
Can I do a rum old fashioned with the age?
Yeah, for sure.
I'll have what he has.
Yeah? Okay,
perfect.
cool. I'll be right back.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
I've had the Funk Harbor before. It's good.
Which one you had?
I've had both of them. That was at Cage Fury in Atlantic City.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
It stocked, but that was by itself. That's better.
Pretty solid,
Yeah,
right?
and I'm not a rum guy, so for me to like it, props, bro. Props.
So most people, they like the age if they're gonna drink it by itself, if they don't like rum, because it's more like a whiskey.
I like whiskey.
Bourbon style American bourbon cask that we use for that to help with the aging process. But this is like if you're a traditional Caribbean guy, you're drinking your rum straight and you're drinking the underage rum. Like the premium stuff is cool, but this is what us Jamaicans we drink.
The
Rain
Islanders.
Nephew, Rum Bar, we drink all the good stuff, super clean, Appleton. So shout out all the Caribbeans down there because I got nothing but love and respect for the Jamaican rum. And we modeled it a lot off of those profiles.
Yeah.
So it's a Jamaican blend, which is nice. I like to drink my stuff straight, neat on the rocks. Some of the Jamaicans, they drink it with just ice. But this is an overproof, 63%. This is 43.
Damn, bro.
So they're drinking that straight.
Jamaicans go hard, man.
Yeah, so it's very, very different. But you got to have the palate for it. So I want to make this a little bit more approachable to the masses. And like you said, I mean, you tried it. You don't really drink rum unless
No, but
like
it's good.
on
It's easy to
vacation.
get down. It's smooth. It's like I don't know. You drink some alcohol and your throat's on fire.
And
Not the
people
case.
still keep buying it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't understand.
I don't know. People like getting drunk, bro.
Oh man, thank you.
We got some food coming in too. 8 Lounge goes hard. So we're just talking about featherweight Lerone, yourself maybe Movsar Lerone at the least. I don't think I asked you this yet. Who do you think takes that out of Movsar Lerone? Who's next for Volk? Did I ask you that yet? I don't think so.
No, so I guess where we left off was who would probably win that matchup. And I feel like Movsar has more ways, well, a very clear path to win. I don't want to say more ways, but I mean, you can push him up against Cage, you can take him down and hold him. Yeah.
You said you felt in your fight Movsar was starting to wilt a little bit in the last round. Do you think 5 rounds is going to affect him against Murphy?
I wouldn't say he was starting to wilt. I would say in that third round, I felt like I broke him. When I took him down and I slammed him on his head and then I slammed him again, I think he was just kind of like, all right, I'm just going to hang out here because I almost felt like he conceded the loss. And that's why I thought, like, after 3.5 minutes of the round of the control for myself, I really thought I did enough to win. I know some people were saying you didn't throw any punches. I'm like, I threw the only punches on the feet that round and the entire fight, except for the one where he caught my kick and hit me with a right hand and pushed
Good
me.
optics.
Yeah. So other than that, I felt like those little pity pat shots that he was just throwing, it was like, I just don't think that should have outscored the round in 90 seconds versus 3.5 minutes. Like, because honestly, if I slammed him on his head like that in the streets, I'm walking away until the cops, let the cops get to the scene, I'm gone. So I thought that was a very impactful, damaging takedown versus a little leg reap or inside trip where I got all the takedowns in the fight. He got one takedown, which was catching a kick and pushing me down. He didn't even get a takedown. Any traditional takedown, he did not get.
Yeah.
So if that's the best, I just go, I like my chances at fighting for the belt and to even have a rematch. We're fighting a guy like Lerone. But Lerone, clean striker, he's strong. Yeah. I just wonder if his wrestling is going to be enough. I heard one of his interviews. He's going to be offensive, pushing the pace going forward, and trying to be vicious on his defense or offense, whatever he said. So I'm very intrigued to see how that goes.
I mean, dude, him coming off a knockout like that, though, you've had knockouts. Do you think he falls in love with that and maybe looks for that a little more than he should compared to just going in there, game plan, and winning?
Definitely need napkins.
Gonna need napkins for his wings.
But I only have 2 knockouts, by the way.
I said he got some knockouts?
3. Two.
I'm a journalist. I should know.
Yeah,
But I
dang.
don't.
Yeah, I only have 2.
Harvard, just with old fashioned. Pardon me.
Appreciate it.
I can just take it with the
Oh
camera.
yeah, well, let's
got-
keep me away from the camera.
Thank you guys.
There you
Yeah, I got the 1 TKO.
Oh, 2 minutes on the sliders, right?
Thank you. Can we get some extra napkins? Yeah. Thank you. What was it saying? Was it the 1 Cage Fury,
Your knockouts.
the UFC, Hugo Vienna, and TJ Dillashaw. So I only got 3 TKOs. Hey, it's
It's more than me.
I'm trying over here.
You have finishes. You're just more of a jiu-jitsu sub guy.
But it's annoying because these guys won't even give me an opportunity to do jiu-jitsu. They rather hold and stall the position and tie my hands up and then say, oh, it was a boring fight versus, well, no, you just actually didn't try to get up, so
Yeah.
you gave me nothing to work with.
Jiu-jitsu's hard in MMA. Cheers, MMA.
Which is why the fight with Movsar was so exciting because I had a willing dance partner that actually tried to get up, tried to get reversals, and made a grappling match look entertaining.
Yeah.
Because it can be, and it should be.
I also,
Dang it.
just speaking about, thank you guys. Entertaining, I'll just grab that from you.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy, guys.
Entertaining grappling.
Oh man, we're feasting like kings
Oh
now.
yeah, dude. Anytime I'm without, this is our
sliders.
second date.
It is. We got some good sliders over here.
Sliders, Funk Harbor, Funk Master Cigars.
We got
The
these
Funk
wings.
Master himself.
Wings are solid.
That's how we do, bro.
Eight Lounge they do it right, man. I like coming here.
What's the best finish? Or maybe not even finish. The best moment of your UFC career, and if it's as simple as just winning the belt, then give me something different. Thanks, man.
Best moment? Probably punching TJ Dillashaw.
What's up with that? Like,
Because I just know he's a cheat. He's a lying cheat. Oh no, I only got caught that time. Yeah, you only got caught that time. Your teammate outed you when you fought him. Before you fought him, at the presser, no one even talked about it. And don't get me wrong, I like TJ in terms of like his skill set and everything.
Legacy. Well,
Fun to watch. Study a lot of his game. But I've always heard the rumblings that he was cheating. It was just like, you know what? I can't say anything until he gets caught. He got caught, so I say everything I want to say now. But that was probably a good moment. Another good moment would probably be, okay, the one with Pedro Munoz. Before I had my wrist surgery, my wrist was really, really bad. I tore it in 2015, and it got progressively worse. They told me, like, you're going to eventually need surgery because the joint's going to keep separating to the point where you can't even hold anything.
oh,
So sure enough, it got to that point.
you couldn't hold shit.
2019, fighting Pedro Munoz after I just beat Jimmy Rivera. I went from doing 110-pound pharma carries with dumbbells to, I think it was like 35 pounds with his hand.
Oh, man.
So it was just a significant drop off. So my grappling game changed a lot and I had to focus and put a lot of emphasis on the striking. And I do think I was matched up with him. Obviously, he was within the top 5.
Yeah.
He had just knocked out Cody Garbrandt, former champ. So it was one of those, if he were to beat me, he's probably a shoo-in or probably the next guy getting the title shot.
Yeah, that was prime Dillashaw.
Yeah. Dillashaw or Cody?
Who are you talking about?
Cody.
You're talking about Cody?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were.
Well, he knocked out Cody. Pedro Munoz knocked out Cody.
Oh, okay. We're on a Pedro Munoz. Ignore me.
Yeah.
I have a cigar
So-
and 2 sips of rum, so.
Yeah, so I got the win with that, and it was an all-state. I think they said we set the record for a bantamweight fight with strikes in a 3-round fight. So that was exciting. A lot of guys didn't get to see my stand-up like that because it's mostly so grapple heavy.
Yeah, right.
Take guys down, backpack them up, submit them, get them out of there. And although I didn't get to finish over him or Rivera, I got to show a lot more glimpses of my striking game, and that one was a fun one because I had to really gut check myself. And he was trying to bully me.
Yeah.
And I just had to let him know, I'm not gonna let you bully me, son. Don't let him bully you, son. And
Jamaican come out there?
yeah, that was the English Jamaican. Don't let him bully you, son.
Leon Edwards right there.
Yeah. But with that said, that was a big moment for me in my career. I know it was a big pop in the popularity in the U.S. And then after I fought Sandhagen, of course, because he was the next thing. After I beat Pedro, it was kind of like, okay, we're going to give him this guy because this guy for sure is going to beat him.
Yeah.
And turned him away. And my third top 5 guy that I had to beat in a row in order to get a title shot. So I know the casuals who didn't see me to the first Petr Yan fight, they can say whatever they want because that's the first time that they see me. But I truly had to earn every single thing that I've had, every opportunity. I didn't get no handouts. I did it the hard way. And you would think that they would appreciate that a lot more, the casuals, just because we're all blue collar workers. Like I come from the same humble beginnings,
Yep.
and like to have to earn it, not be given handouts, you would think that would be a lot more relatable. But people just like what they like. But that was a big moment for me. I got the finish in the first round, and that was during COVID. I remember training so hard in Ala Quinta's garage. Me, a couple of guys. It went from nobody wanted to train with me because they thought I was crazy, even though I was like, bro, COVID is real, but I think it's being. I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole because I'm gonna be. Oh, he's a tinfoil. I'm like,
You don't need to anymore. It's been proven. Shut up, people.
Facts are the facts. The facts are the facts. But whatever. But going through that training camp, I finally got these guys to commit to help me out for training. I think we had 5 or 6 guys. But just how I felt, as strong as I felt, getting in there, busting up my nose in sparring. I forgot what I think it was. Merab elbowed me, busted up my nose so bad I had to wear the headgear with the bar just to prevent the damage, so I didn't have to pull out the fight. We get to the fight and I just blitzkrieg him, and I remember just blacking out. The only thing I remember saying was like, "Dana, where the fuck you at?"
Yeah,
Dana,
you got
where
right
the
up. Yeah,
fuck
you were
at?"
hyped, dude. That was a good one.
I just felt, I was just tired of being fucking disrespected. It's just like, yo, guys, remember I came in here 8-0.
And that win was after the Yan stuff, right?
That was before.
That was right before all that?
Right before. And we should have been fighting for the belt. But they gave Jose Aldo, coming off of a loss.
But you got it. I mean, come on, you got it.
It came off of a loss. It was off of a loss.
Come on, it's Jose.
It's coming off of a
All right,
loss.
I got more to ask about Jose, but continue.
And they gave it to Petr Yan, who just beat Uriah Faber, who just got out of retirement.
It was a sexy
And he
win,
beat-
though. It was a sexy win.
It was, his foot barely slapped him in the face.
Nah, dude, there's so many highlights from that Faber fight.
Because he knocked him down a couple times.
What? I mean, it was a sexy win.
Okay,
That's all I'm saying.
So I get it. But I go,
optics.
Jose Aldo, I go,
You're not wrong.
you know,
I'm just-
but this is what I'm saying. Like, when you work for something and you see someone else get by, like, there's one thing you can do, complain about. I was like, nah, I'm going to complain, but I'm going to also work my ass off and show you that I am the guy. And that's what I was able to do. So that's the other moment that I'm most proud of. And I got to show, like, hey, this guy's good, but it's not his time yet. It's my time. And sure enough, that's when I had the fight. It was a bad rehydration and blah, blah, blah. But redemption was so much sweeter.
Yeah.
Because I got to show everyone. And I even gave Petr Yan credit because I felt he was a lot better and more prepared for the second fight than he was the first fight.
I mean, the second fight was, that's interesting to say that. I'll let you keep going. But, yeah, the second fight was more competitive in the sense, you know?
Yeah.
But what's interesting about you saying that is the first fight, I thought he looked better against you than he did in the second fight. You don't agree?
Yeah, because you're fighting a guy who's basically still cutting weight. He fought a guy who did not rehydrate properly at all. So that's why I go, that performance, that was his chance to run away with murder. Because when I felt him, although I felt like shit, I go, if I had felt like I'd done every other fight, I'd destroy this guy in round 1. I swear on my life.
Yeah.
And people could call me crazy, but you know what you know when you're in there. And I give credit where credit is due. And I said, I felt like he did way better on his takedown defense. The first one, the cage was all slippery. I felt tired. I couldn't hold anything. I had no energy. So I was tired after like the first 3 minutes of the fight.
Damn, man.
And all I can say was like, I'm in great shape. I feel like I'm still cutting weight. I didn't realize I have like no fuel.
It's real.
So with that said, I give him so much respect and props because he leveled up. And I said that, like, dude, you were a lot better this time around. And I was hoping he was being overconfident.
Yeah.
It comes back the same way as the first fight. Because I'm telling you, it would have been another Sandhagen like performance. I really felt I was gonna just run through him. I was like, yeah, this is my time to look like a god.
Yeah. You won. It doesn't matter.
But I won.
You won it anyways.
Like, you still got the people who say, you barely won. You just held him.
Well,
it's like, I took the path of least resistance. The first fight I was able to strike with him, even on gas tank on E.
Yeah.
And I did relatively well. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a different approach. I feel good, but I'm gonna take the fight where I know. But if I need to strike with him, I can. And that was the mindset going into that second one.
I mean, it's just unfortunate in your case because, like, that first fight, the way it ended, like, it doesn't matter who it was. It doesn't matter if it was the most beloved fighter of all time in that situation. They're going to get shit from the fans for that. That's just how MMA fans are. But, like, you feel like that's behind you now. I feel like, from my perspective, obviously there's going to be people talking shit forever, but I feel like for the most part, that is behind you. Like, I think the second win did it, and then what you've done since really shut everyone up about that, you know?
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, you can tell me. I don't know.
There's
you
still some
deal
people
with
out
the
there
fans, I
that still try to point to that and lean on that, like, oh, you're an actor and you stole the belt by crying.
And there was no acting in that. That was 100%.
That was just
You were just rocked and done.
yeah. And me trying to come back and gather myself, and then it showed me screenshots of me laying on the ground. I was like, I understand what it looks like.
You never laid on the ground, bro.
I was like, but I'm not thinking about how I look. I'm just like, my head fucking hurts. I'm exhausted. I want some food. And I got this Terminator Russian dude kicking my ass right now. I'm like, this is not a good moment. And I got the ref asking me, are you ready to continue? I'm like, how much time do I got? Like, give me a second to try to gather myself and see if I can finish this fight, because I would have. And that's the dumb side about fighters, because we don't look out for our best interests in multiple facets of the game, financially, etc. You put yourself in a position, it's just you're supposed to be tough. Fighters are supposed to just fight. But why fight at a disadvantage? Why should the ref be asking the fighter who was illegally fouled in an egregious way and go, you sure you're ready to continue? Like, you want me to look like a bitch on international TV by saying no?
Yeah, big pay-per-view at that.
And then everyone's like, oh, other guy's been kneed in the head, and I'm like, bro, it's not the same.
People were like bringing up Anthony Smith. You know,
Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, and Mighty Mouse. Yeah, they're like, he should have just taken it. But I don't know. It's way easier to say on the sideline. Way easier to say when you've never done that. And also, like,
Well, the ref stopped it. So
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
He didn't even let it get to the 5 minutes.
that wasn't even 5 minutes.
No. So I was very fortunate and blessed that he took it out of my hands. In the beginning, it was like, it was my choice. I was like, okay, let me just try to recover. And I'm sitting there, I try to sit up, and I remember the video, because I see it afterwards, but I don't know I'm doing that. And I go and I look at the video, I'm like,
If you're a rock, then yeah, that would be
I go, yeah, that looks bad. I can understand why that looks like I'm acting, but I'm like, oh, I swear, I'm not acting. Look, it was just my natural reaction.
If you're legitimately rocked, I've been rocked before, whether it be in training or just skateboarding or doing dumb shit. You don't really control what your body does afterwards, so
No.
could it be a bad acting job when you get up and look all dazed? Yeah, but I mean, if you're genuinely dazed, like, what else are you supposed to look like, you know?
Yeah, I don't get it.
But it doesn't matter.
These are fucking amazing.
In the past, food's good, so we're vibing. Just because we're talking bantamweight stuff, want your opinion on, we were talking to O'Malley.
I think I still got the most wins in bantamweight history.
I can't check it right now. I don't have a screen available, but I'll take your word for it.
I
You have your phone.
think I'm at 14.
AI right now. Most wins in bantamweight history, yeah.
And they didn't count the Barao fight because it was a catch rate. They did that,
Damn.
I think, 3 days before weigh-ins.
We're fact checking this real quick.
I think so. I know I was tied or up there at 1, but I know Merab went on a crazy run. But yeah.
I don't know what other bantamweights would even be in that discussion, really.
Well, AI says Aljamain Sterling holds the record for most UFC wins
14.
with 14 for the longest winning streak.
Dillashaw, Cheeto Vera, and Merab are second and 13.
Wow.
Good job, buddy.
Merab's gonna beat that soon, though.
Yeah, probably. At least it's Merab, though.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask about O'Malley, but I'm going to ask about Merab first then, since he's on the mind. What was your immediate? Well, you've already talked about your immediate reaction in the Merab and Yan fight, but in Merab Yan 3, does that have to be next? And I guess what does Merab need to do differently there to win this time?
I think that fight has to be next.
Has to.
I mean, it was so good. The first one, the second one. The first one was really, really one-sided and dominant.
Yeah.
This one, Petr Yan was winning, but I thought it was really close,
Yeah, it
sitting
was
K-side.
competitive.
But it was competitive enough where you're like, damn, I want to see that again, see what that could look like a third time. Especially because it's for title shot consequences, right? Now they're 1-1 against each other. I think the adjustments that he has to make is honestly getting back to being more like himself. That fight from the first fight or any of his other fights, Merab does a couple of different things. He circles a bit, gets the pacing, gets the timing, get his feet settled underneath him, and then he starts to push the pace. The other thing with this one, when he fought Petr Yan the first time, within the first, I think, 10 or 15 seconds, he shot.
Yes.
And this one, they exchanged jabs and 1-2s.
They played for a while.
For about 3 minutes on the feet. And I don't know why that was. And that was one of the things Merab and I talked about. I was like, yeah, I think you got to set the tempo and the pacing early like you did the first time.
Yeah.
Don't burn yourself out because I think he kind of got himself a little bit tired. One, because of all the weight cuts.
It was a lot for a year.
And a quick turnaround, 2 months.
Yep.
That's even faster than what I did for O'Malley. So that's absolutely insane. So for him to do that, I felt like when he was in the clinch situations and he was trying to get the takedowns, Yan did a great job of defending. He was prepared, had great balance, a good base. I felt like we spent too much energy in those positions, and that's why he was rubbing out his forearms, and people thought it was because Yan was elbowing the arm.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
And people were making a big thing out of that, and I had to ask him, I was like, brother, I think this is crazy what people are saying, but this is what people think because they just have no fucking
That's my
clue.
job as a journalist, bro. It sucks, right?
They're like, no, he was fucking him up with those elbows to the forearm. I'm like, I'm sure they hurt, but I don't think that's why he was.
He didn't
rubbing
break
his
his forearm or something.
No, because normally, if I'm in there with him, we're like massaging the arms out or the legs, so just kind of get everything back and flowing, and just staying loose so that you don't like start to tense and get tight with the muscles and everything. And he was like, no, I felt like I used up a lot of energy in the clinch trying to get the takedown. He's like, he did a really good job defending. I was like, yeah, I could tell. And that was one of the things I was worried about. Just I wanted to be able to keep that same threshold, that same pace. And I think if you can make those small adjustments, strike when you need to strike, but remember what got us to the dance, and remember what Petr Yan's strong points are. He's a great boxer, great timing,
very good,
good defense, hard to hit cleanly. We got to take the shots as they come. We can't force it. And I think that's what we did a little bit too much in that first fight. But he still did some things relatively well. And if we get on his neck again, we got to make sure we're in a strong position and not doing it so early in the round where if he does get his head out, he ends up on top and he's able to kill the round or to land some damage on top. So just fight IQ stuff, small things to like clean up, and I think he's in a great spot to get the belt back.
So you're on the UFC analyst desk right now, so you're not allowed to be biased with this next question. Does Merab get it done against Yan next time?
I think 100%.
Yep.
I go just because the first fight was so dominant, how great of a run he's had, his activity, and then how close that second fight was. If it was a landslide, then I go, damn, the gap is big.
Yep.
So it's just a couple of those tweaks, him actually wrestling, I think is going to pay dividends going into the third fight. I think the fans are going to be pleasantly surprised.
Not the Yan fans.
Not the Yan fans. They'll be attacking him the same way they attacked me for years, until this day.
Now, have you talked to Merab since, I assume, since he got back, he was training with Ilia Topuria? Did he talk about that at all?
He did, but hey, how are you?
All good?
Sorry, I
Yeah.
don't know if you're filming.
No, you're
Are
good.
we doing all right in here?
Yes.
Yeah, we're great.
Yeah.
Everything's great.
Awesome.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, he said the training was good, but it was like not talking shit. Obviously, Ilia was dealing with what he was dealing with. So
He's got a lot going on.
yeah, so he didn't have a lot of time to put towards that. And he was explaining just like, hey, he's got a lot of stuff going on, so I didn't get to train as much. I go, brother, the point of you going over there was to hang out and be on vacation anyway. So I'm actually glad there wasn't a lot of training going on because you need to rest. You need to actually like give your body a break, give your mind a mental break, come back refreshed. It's like working a 9-to-5 job 7 days a week and taking no days off, no holidays. You burn out. It's physically impossible. You could do it, but you're gonna be miserable, and some days are just not gonna be good. And then you have those small breaks where you come back, and not every job you're gonna be excited to come back to, but you'll at least be like in a better mood or working a bit more efficiently. Yeah, that's kind of the way I look at fighting. It's a very, very similar thing. The body's like a machine. Conor McGregor said this really well, and it's like sometimes you gotta know how to upgrade the software without damaging the hardware, right? And I thought there was so much truth to that because I thought I was crazy with my approach. Like sometimes I would take 3 or 4 days off, and people would look at me like, "You can't do that. You're supposed to be training every day, hard, twice a day."
Gotta reset, man.
And I'm like, no, I need a mental break from this crazy fucking sport. So one, I can understand who I am as a fighter, as a person, and just if there is no fighting, who am I? Being comfortable with your own thoughts, not having a busy schedule, okay, figuring out what else am I into, what else do I like to do, and thinking about other things outside of just constantly that stress of this guy's trying to beat me up. Ah man, what am I gonna do? I gotta figure out trade. It's like, dude, sometimes it's nice to just go on the beach. Sometimes it's nice to go on a walk, go on a hike, go hang out with friends, have a couple drinks. If your drinks are not your thing, go meditate, go do whatever it is that you like to do. But do something else and decompress. And if there's any advice I could give like the younger fighters, that has taken me and such a far and a long way, and I think it has really extended my MMA career.
Well, even O'Malley just talked about this week. He was talking about how anxious fighting is, and even how he's out of camp, he's still anxious thinking about the next start of camp. Like, is that relatable for you?
100%. So imagine how it was when I had to fight his ass.
You guys are both just, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, but he wanted to fight. Where for me, it's like, dude,
yeah, you were in a rough spot.
So, again, it is what it is. I made my bed with that one. The better man that night won. I still would never ever say that he's better than me. I would never say that. I think 9 times out of 10, and that's the one time, he wins. But with that said, I understand completely what he's talking about. It's such a stressful sport. Like, you got to constantly think about someone that wants to knock you out in front of everybody or beat your ass in front of everybody, and there's nothing fun or enjoyable about that. So that's my 2 cents on that, and I'm glad he's matured, and Amal's been able to kind of see he has such a big platform. It's good for him to voice those type of things, because I think a lot of these young fighters will listen and take notice of what he's saying. And again, it's about balance. This sport can really eat you up. When you're young, you're 21, it's good to kind of just get after it. But as you get older, it's good to have that fine balance.
Gotta get on the light.
But that's my opinion.
Is there any world someday, or at least is this something you want? I assume you're never going back down to bantamweight. Is there a world where O'Malley bulks up and you guys ever run it back in featherweight, or is that even a rematch you would want or be interested in someday? I know you guys are like on decent terms. It doesn't seem like you guys hate each other or anything, but
he's a cool dude. I gotta call it what it is. When someone takes advantage of a situation, it was like fair play, but fuck you for that.
You just mean for beating you on the short notice or whatever it was on your part. Not short notice, but your quick turnaround for lack of better words. Yeah.
I mean, 3 months. A guy that cuts to 135, that walks around 174. It's not very cool.
That's a big weight cut, bro.
And to go in the cage and go, you better be ready to cut weight, is kind of like, oh, you're a dick. You're a dick.
That fight week too, he was leaning into that. He was like, Aljo looks pretty tired over there. He looks a little drained. And I remember I asked you at that. It was 292. I asked you at the press conference. I was like, Aljo, Sean said you feel pretty drained, but you look okay. How do you feel? And you said, I feel shredded.
I was shredded.
You're always shredded, bro.
I was fucking tired.
You get some PED allegations, yeah?
Not really.
What's in this Funk Harbor? The secret juice?
What do you mean?
I'm just fucking around. Peptide steroids, I don't know. But so I was talking to you and Merab, and I would love your opinion on this, because I don't know the details, and I'm not going to start putting stuff out there, but it's been very clear that recently there's been some sort of rift, or I don't know about separation, but something going on with John Silva and Mauricio Ruffy. Going training differences, whatever it be. What are your thoughts on this? Because you and Merab are very close. You guys have had talks for, would you fight Merab, blah blah blah. So how do you view Ruffy and Silva having this little disagreement, whatever it be?
I saw the one clip where they translated for Gene Silva, and he was saying like it's over in terms of like them training with each other again. I don't know what it stemmed from. I'm guessing because he did his last camp somewhere else, or
I believe. Yeah.
I don't know what to make of that. That seems like some personal shit these two guys got to figure out. I feel like Ruffy is such a talented guy to not have him in the room anymore. Yeah. Someone you could like lean on that's super high level. You gain so much out of that versus not having them, right? So, I guess one man's trash is another man's treasure, so to speak. And I don't know where he's gonna be at now for home for Ruffy.
Yep.
I don't follow people's. Like, I got a lot of shit because I took a photo with Nick Diaz, who said, "Yo, let's flick up," and I was like, "Yeah, no doubt." But I had my bottle in my hand, and I got a lot of flack for people saying like I'm insensitive to him. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? I don't know that the guy just got out of rehab. How am I supposed to know that?
Where, let me guess. This was at like a bar or casino or something?
No, it was at an event. We did an event with another company.
Yeah, that's stupid. It's
and I was like, wait, sorry, I'm supposed to know about all 1,000+ fighters' lives and what they have going on.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry that I don't know what you know. Maybe you should enlighten me. Versus trying, but it's one thing to kind of say it. It's like, hey, I don't know if you're aware, but he's just gonna. Okay, I can understand that. I can go. Okay, I can reason with you, but when you start attacking me and going, you're an asshole, blah 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 blah. That's so inconsiderate of you. He just came out of rehab. I'm like, so you're assuming that I knew that?
Yeah, you're like, yo, Aljo went up to him with a bottle to try to entice him.
It's like, okay, you're an asshole because you're just a fucking asshole. And people are just weird, man. I come to realize, through this sport, I realize how weird fucking people are.
Bro, UFC's got some really good, really dedicated fans, but they also, like, the bad side of that are, like, some of the worst out of any sport. Like,
Yeah.
weirdos, man.
To be fair, it's probably like that in other sports. I just don't follow other sports like that. Bro, I'm fucking busy. I do a podcast. I run a liquor company. I'm the owner. I'm on emails, phone calls, all the goddamn time, and I'm training 1 or 2 times a day. And I'm a fucking husband.
You got some shit going on, bro.
I'm a family of 20. I have a very busy life, guys. I'm sorry if I don't know everything. No, this is your world. You should know this. I'm like, really? I should? Because I'm a journalist now? I'm sorry. I forget.
Some of the shit they tell me I should know, I'm like, fuck, sorry. But,
No, I get it.
Volk,
Dude, this is really good.
yeah, this is good, yo. 8 Lounge is popping. Is it Resorts World? Resorts? I'm not a Vegas guy, I don't know.
This is Resorts World.
Resorts World, 8 Lounge, check them out. Good cigars, good food, good drinks, good company. Volk Lopez too, did that surprise you at all? From my eyes, almost the same fight as the first fight. Didn't love that it was rebooked. Fun to watch, obviously, but it wasn't anything I didn't expect, honestly.
If there was anything I was gonna expect was if Diego caught him again, that he could probably finish the job. Just because he was in there, had him hurt the first time. My heart was saying Volk, but my mind was telling me Lopez was gonna get it done.
Okay.
But very happy that Volk won. I wanted him to win. And he did even better that time.
Yeah, I thought so. Because he didn't get caught. I think the scorecards were
Just that one.
lopsided.
So I had it 2-2 going into the 5th because I thought that short shot that knocked him down in round 3. Because I gave Lopez round 2. So I thought, okay.
And you're talking the second fight, just so I'm clear.
The second fight. He lands that short right hook. When Volk switches stances, it comes in and it hits him clean on the chin. He takes a quick knee and pops right back up. So I thought they would have scored that round for him just because of that.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see that they don't all the time.
Yeah, when judges can get it right, I like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen that often.
So yeah. So I scored it for. I scored that round for Lopez because I was like, well, if I'm a judge, based on how they're scoring it, they're probably going to give it to him because of that.
Sure.
But I was glad to see I was wrong. So yeah, I thought it was a clean 4-1. The 50-45, I was like, I don't know, but
I had a 4-1.
right
I had a
guy.
4-1.
Yeah.
I had a 4-1. Who, and you were, this was at Bantamweight, you were talking this earlier, but featherweight, for years people have said, Jose Aldo's your GOAT. Max Holloway was up there. I think you have to have Volkanovski pass Max Holloway just by the way their fights went. So who's your featherweight GOAT? Is it Aldo? Is it Volkanovski? Is it someone else?
damn, that's a hard one. It's like, so okay, we have to count the WEC fights. So if we're counting,
That's the thing with Aldo. It's weird, right? Because
yeah. If you're just talking the new era, I'm going Volkanovski. The same way I do for bantamweights. If you're going to count the WEC era, then I'll say Dominic Cruz is the GOAT, just based on title defenses. But if you're talking solely just the UFC, I like to believe Merab and I have done a lot more to get the nod to be ahead of that or top of that billing for that conversation.
I consider Merab the bantamweight GOAT, I think.
Yeah, I would say so too. I think he just had, the way his run was, I just think it was just really fucking good.
No one's done it at bantamweight like that.
No,
Yeah.
not like that. I think the closest thing I had was probably, I mean, I did get 2 finishes, the Sandhagen and, actually I got more than that.
Yeah.
It's Cody Stamann, and then I got the finish over Corey Sandhagen, and then the TJ Dillashaw. But then people are going to give the TJ Dillashaw an asterisk. I'm like, fuck him, he was on PEDs, that's all his fault.
Was that the shoulder asterisk? Is that
Yeah.
what it is? Yeah. I mean, he took the fight, he stepped in there.
Yeah.
It happens.
So, I can understand the Merab conversation for sure. So, I would say he's the GOAT.
Merab?
Yeah, I would say we got the most. We both tied for title defenses, but I think his run was just
You guys are tied for title defense bantamweight?
3. So everyone considers it different, right? So I got the most wins.
Yeah, you do. 14. Number 1 right now, Aljamain Sterling. Who do you say featherweight GOAT was? Did you answer that yet?
I say Volkanovski.
Volkanovski. Oh yeah, you said modern era Volkanovski.
Modern
WC,
era.
Aldo.
If you're gonna count the whole thing, you gotta go vintage Jose Aldo is just a freaking creature of doom. That guy was just devastating.
Yeah, dude. And we're kind of hopping all over the place a little bit, but we were talking bantamweight earlier, and just with Sean just beating Song Yadong, what would you put next for Sean O'Malley? I think maybe Umar or Sandhagen makes sense to me, but what are your thoughts?
Those are the only two matchups you can give him. Nothing else makes sense.
You know they would try to rush him to the Yan rematch if anything were to happen to Merab in the training room or anything.
Yeah, for sure. But I think those are the only two matchups that make sense. To be honest, I did my podcast and I said O'Malley was going to win. I just didn't think Song had the footwork or the fight IQ to cut him off. He's just a big power puncher.
Yeah.
But I have yet to see Song implement like strategy versus I'm just going to swing as hard as I can and I'm going to get to you, and if I hit you then I connect and I'm going to hurt you really bad.
Sure.
But I haven't seen him go, okay, systematically I'm going to break this guy down. How am I assessing this battle? The guy has great footwork. I'm picking O'Malley to win. Round 1 goes the way it goes. Very, very even on the striking. Then he gets taken down with about 40 seconds left.
Yep.
Or 40, whatever it was, 40 or 30.
Towards the end of the round, for sure.
Towards the end of the round.
Yep.
And all they did was traded leg kicks. O'Malley landed one spinning back kick that was like, I don't want to say glancing, but there was very low impact.
Sure.
And it's a spinning back kick. Low impact. He landed a good cross, a good, maybe 2 good jabs, and a couple of leg kicks, and so did Song, a couple of good leg kicks. And then he had that one flurry. I watched the fight again, and the first round again, because that was the main point for me. I thought he lost that.
Yeah.
I honestly did, but it was nice to see him win because it's better for me, it's better for Merab.
Yeah.
Right? So it looks good, but I was just like, I don't know how to score fights anymore because I don't know what counts. You could say he landed the more effective strikes, yes, but when the strike count is like 10-7,
Yeah.
that's not that much
hard.
more. Mm-hmm. So I go, well, what else is there to score? Well, there was a change in position, as they call it, because you get a takedown. It's just a change in position. And then I think he might have landed like 2 strikes on the ground, like small punches, like kind of like the Movsar thing.
Just to stay busy.
So it's like, well, does that equate enough? Is that enough to go, well, this should have probably been a 10-10? Or this should have probably been
10-10's never happened.
And that's the problem with this. It's
They
just
should.
like, what is the point? Like, you gotta fight or around that dead even. What else is there to score?
Yeah.
And I think people were saying, you don't know, like, it's a clear. I'm just like, if you call that clear, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Because that's as far from clear as anything.
And you and I both spent time next to a cage watching a fight. Being there in person and scoring a fight,
Very different.
like for these judges, very different than on TV. And I guess the UFC judges do have monitors.
Yes.
But it's just, it's very different from at home. And even scoring on the media side, sometimes my scores are so off from what's actually scored at the end. It's just like, how much of a barrier is there between watching in person and on TV? I don't know what the solution to judging is, because in my opinion, it's one of the biggest issues, probably the biggest issue in the sport. Like NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, whatever it be, UFC wants to be that for MMA. None of those other big leagues have like subjective or objective, you know what I'm trying to say, scoring.
Yeah.
It's all to the fact. You score a touchdown, it's not, oh yeah, we accidentally missed a touchdown, so maybe they should have, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to fix that for MMA. Do you have any thoughts?
The only one thought I actually had was like possibly doing it like criteria, not sectors, or the criteria would be something about who won the striking, who won the grappling, who won the cage control, and maybe you could have a criteria for intent to finish.
Yeah, sure.
And then you put that all together and you have a grading scale. It's like whoever won more of those
Like
sectors
3
per
to
round.
2, that's their round.
Yeah. And I think that's how the fight should be scored. It's like, if I put you in a bad submission, but you landed the better shots, but my submission damaged your arm or damaged your leg or your knee. Like, sometimes you don't know until you get like an MRI later on, right?
Right, yeah.
But if you're an actual artist or practitioner, I should say, of BJJ, you can understand some of the intricacies of certain positions.
You know when that heel
what's
hook
happening.
went too far type shit.
Yeah. But then when you have that close round, it goes, okay, this guy won. He won based on the striking, or if it was even. Like, I feel like sometimes the rounds are just fucking draws. They're just draws. It's just like there's not enough to score.
Sure.
Where you just go, I'm just gonna coin flip. I just think this guy did more because it just looked like that. Well, what looked like that to you? What did he do to actually make it look like that to you? And I think that's the only way you fix the sport. But is there some flaws in that scoring criteria? Probably.
Yeah.
Just like anything else. But even if you get back to the pride ways, Dustin Poirier made a great point when we were down in Florida, he was pointing out that maybe we go back to the prior ways and you score the fight as a whole. Like how you start, but of course how you finish is very, very important.
The Joe Rogan perfect world is you just go in a basketball court and you just fight until someone wins or someone loses. I don't know how that would work. You only have one card a night, or one fight a night. It can go 3 hours, but yeah, it's just controlled fighting is weird, and I think they've really figured out a lot of it for the most part. The scoring needs to get honed in on.
Yeah.
You fantasy football or basketball guy at all?
Very little.
So like there's a thing called categorical scoring where you'll go against someone and it's rather than like if you win you get like a 1-0 record, there's like 7 categories, and if you take 4 of them you win the week 4-3 type of shit. Like that could be perfect per round for MMA, you know?
Yeah. I'm sure that could, I mean, no one likes change, so
This will never happen. We're just talking. We're talking.
these guys are gonna want to do what's the easiest thing possible. Like, oh, I gotta do more work. I gotta think. Nah, that sounds complicated.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Now, just talking about.
Did you try these?
No, I'm not. What's on there? I'm not getting my fingers gross right now.
Thai chili.
I gotta touch
You
it.
got
with
towel up right there. I hear excuses.
I really just don't want to wing. I'm just trying to be polite. I thank you though. Thank you. Talking about just like some optics.
No, I'm joking.
Then fuck. He's offended. I'm gonna take one. Hold up. Wing review coming first. Let me put the cigar down. We're spoiled right now. We got alcohol, cigar, and foods. That is banging.
Bro. Never steer
8
you
lounge,
wrong.
yo.
I would never steer you wrong.
Yeah, you ain't steering me wrong, bro. Now I'll get my nappies out. Did you see? Let me chew. I gotta chew real quick. Did you see? I guess in the antitrust lawsuit or whatever, Dana White, which I figured as is, but Dana White said he hasn't really been doing matchmaking or contractual stuff. Any thoughts on that? Does that come as a surprise for you? I feel like over the past few years, Dana's really become like the face and like the businessman side of it, you know?
I'm sure there's truth to that. It's just, it's very different. I don't think a lot of people understand when you're dealing with the UFC, you deal with the matchmakers when you're first getting in. So a lot of those deals are going to come from the guys like Mick, Joe Silva, Sean Shelby. Joe Silva is no longer part of the company, right? So with that said, you get to a certain point where you become a champ or title contender, you start to have the conversation more with the head up guys, the bosses. And they make those big fights, which is really Hunter. So at least the way that I see it is like, if you want a big fight, not if you want, but if you get yourself to a position where you're in a big fight, you're more so dealing with Hunter. I can't tell you the last time I actually dealt with Dana. The only time I really talk to him or have interactions is really if I see him in passing out here in Vegas or in one of Merab's title fights when he's getting the belt.
I heard an interesting analogy today, and this is meant as like a respect thing. I'm not trying to like roast Dana here. This is out of respect. Dana right now could be like the biggest name in UFC, if that makes sense. Like there's no Conor right now. There's no.
Is he not already?
What do you mean?
Is he not the biggest name already?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like currently in the UFC, Dana has to be the biggest name on the roster. Like I know there's stars, but I feel like Dana has that like McGregor star power for the promotion right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I don't know how much room there is for him to spend his time doing matchmaking and contracts and stuff. He built this whole brand, so I think he's probably doing what's best for the company.
Probably. And probably at his age, probably his time in the sun for doing that is probably a lot better spent doing other things.
Right.
That he probably wants to do. I know he gambles a lot.
Yeah, he does.
So I won the poker tournament at the Bahamas for CPT, Celebrity Poker Tour, and I won the belt, first fighter to win. And the excitement you see on my face and the excitement I felt, it was 10 grand, but it's still,
It's fun.
it's fun, it's competitive, I win, something I'm not good at like that. I win the poker tournament against some actual solid players. And someone did like a side-by-side. Aljo winning the UFC belt, Aljo winning a poker tournament. It was just like, so I see how Dana approaches the fight announcements and stuff now these days, and it's like, damn, we get like, the excitement is so monotone and like, it's almost depressing. It's like, as a fight fan, as a guy who's an active fighter, it's like, damn, I wish there was a little bit better of a way to announce this and give some respect to these fighters who deserve it.
Sure.
Maybe it's because they're not in the business of promoting fighters. They just want you to know what the fights are. Because it used to be cool to have those sit-down one-on-one interviews. It used to be cool for them to do those promotional build-ups. But yeah, you got the countdown. But sometimes they'll do stuff leading up to it. Like when Conor McGregor fought Jose Aldo, they did like a little bit of a tour and everything. Like, that's fun. That's exciting. That gets people invested. But I think after they built it up so much, it's kind of like, it almost feels like they don't need to do that anymore, so they don't. Versus like, they just, I just feel like sometimes they're just doing the very bare minimum, which it would be nice to see them get back into some more creative production. Which, for me, I'm still a fan. I watch this sport. Yeah. This is what I do. So it'd be nice to kind of get like that hype. Like, yeah, I could build up my own hype by watching the tapes and everything, but I'm like, I would rather have a quick little highlight reel teaser that's 4 to 5 minutes long. That's like, fuck yeah, I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah. Something I noticed, I've been watching some old fights on Paramount Plus. I think it has to be cell phones, but the crowd 10, 15 years ago, bro, I couldn't believe how rowdy they got. Like, what fight was I watching? I was watching
Rowdy back then or no?
I think it was rowdier back then.
Okay.
Well, I was watching It's Gonna Drive Me Crazy, and I can't remember who it was, but I was watching like a classic fight, and dude, like, they just like did like a quick little like crowd cam. There was like George Clooney, Brad Pitt, LeBron, like blah blah blah, like so many big names. The fight started. I couldn't believe how loud and like intimate it was. But then I was like, what? Like, it's not like this fight was better than what we have now. But I looked through the audience. No one was holding a phone. No one's recording. I don't know, man. I'm not like a huge anti-phone guy. I work on it all freaking day. But I think that had to have done something to the current state of fandom. Like, is there something you noticed like from when you first started, like crowds compared to now?
Well, you get this from the crowd. If you're staring at each other for too long on the feet, flashlight comes on.
And then the booze.
Ooh, I don't know. It's hard for me to say what was more impactful, but I do think the phones definitely play a big part in it. If something's not up to your speed, even though you spend X amount of dollars, you'd probably rather be on your phone, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Weird. That's just the society we live in.
Weird, bro. Weird. Do you feel like the new generation? I feel like right now, my generation of like fandoms from like the pop fans who were like the majority fans during COVID is now like out of popularity. Now like these Zoomers, the Gen Z kids, they're like the majority of the fan base. The younger kids, like, you know, you see the influencers taking over journalism, kind of stuff like that. Like, do you like that direction it's going in?
I mean, if it gets the messaging out there and gets people involved and in tune, then I guess so. Is that my primary way of like getting information? No.
I like watching the videos. Like, they're funny a lot of the time, like stuff like that. But
I just don't have the time to sit and watch a shit ton of videos throughout the day. I really don't. So it's just a lot. If I do get a time to spend an hour on my phone and just brain rot, it's always fun. But I try not to do it as much.
Yeah.
But influencers, I don't mind them. I think they're good, especially because they have their own little fan base that's like separate from the hardcore MMA fans. They're just getting more people involved, and I think the more people get involved, the more it grows the sport overall.
Yeah, for sure. 3 topics left here, and then we'll just wrap it up. But number 1.
I'm gonna be a bowling boy after this is over.
I'm going lightweight, bro. White House. I think I've asked you about this briefly, but the talk of the card's heating up. I think it's got a date in June now, or at least targeted dates. Is that something, like, I guess, like, which side are you on there? Like, yeah, that'd be sick, I want to be on that card, or I don't want to fight Hunger Games style. You know what I mean? Sorry, I always ask you questions as you just take a bite, so take your time. Aljamain Sterling, he's just chewing. Before you do that, actually, I'll say I finished the whole drink. Banging. Funk Harbor.
I'm still gonna get
one. The bottles in frame? Yeah, they are. There you go.
I might, I think I might be on the side of Sean Strickland. Well, I don't might. I am. This ain't Hunger Games. This ain't Squid Games, where the rich jocks come in the back with their costume masks. saying they want to make the games more entertaining, so let's turn up the difficulty. You know, so if they were actual MMA fans, I wouldn't mind it.
Fair point.
I just don't feel like they actually are, so I would rather and prefer to fight somewhere where the fans are going to actually be involved and get the appreciation from that versus just, I'm just fighting for a bunch of suits.
Trump, to be fair, I think, I don't know, obviously the suits thing is true and the Hunger Games factor is true in my opinion, but I'll give it to Trump. Trump likes his combat sports. I don't know, he might be like the most casual, but he's been around combat sports for like 20, 30 years now, man.
Yeah, he knows some of these guys.
Does he know you? You and Trump got any interactions?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
What if you're his favorite fighter, man?
I doubt it.
What do you think of these new UFC?
I'll tell you one thing though. He was tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. His approach, the way that he saw his opponent and broke him down. Not another guy better in this world or this division.
You gotta give me the finger.
The finger and the lip.
Well, I was going to ask you about bonuses, but that's a good segue too. Rich man to rich fighters. You like this new bonus structure where you get, you know, I don't remember the specifics, but you get bonuses for every time someone gets finished. They raise the fight of the night, performance of the night bonuses. You think that's like more incentive? You think that leads to more finishes?
Oh, for sure. But they should have done this a while ago, man. The only thing I don't like is you add something in and then you take something away, like the discretionary. Even though most of the discretionaries I've gotten was like, I think $2 to $5 grand.
And that,
maybe 10 one time for the Cody Stamen fight when I got that same submission as Zabit, even though I did it first.
for people that don't know, that's just like the money they would send you. Like, hey, here you go, good job.
Yeah, after the fight. Mm-hmm. And you get like a generic email. So you would think that you feel special, but you're like, wait, you guys got the same damn thing I got. It's like, I ain't special, this is just whatever. But they don't have to do it. But obviously we know, I don't know, that's another conversation. I'm not gonna,
Fighter Pay is a whole topic we don't need to get into.
I'm not going to dig myself in another hole.
No need to do that. The last thing I wanted to ask you about, though,
Buried.
is, you know, people know you Aljo the fighter, people know you Aljo the businessman. I like to get a little personal with fighters. Like, you're married. I want to know, like, what are your goals in your personal life? Like, do you want kids? What do you want out of your kids? Do you want your kids to be fighters? What does that timeline look like? What do you want out of life aside from fighting, if that makes sense?
I definitely want kids.
Little folks?
Hopefully 3 would be nice. Getting kind of late though. Baby, we gotta get some work to do. But she's like, why do you have to embarrass me?
I didn't. That's not where I wanted this to go. But to continue.
That's what she's just gonna say to me. This is just my job. This is just what I do. Yeah, hopefully some kids. I don't know if I want them to fight. Definitely want them to wrestle, boys and girls, and possibly swim. My wife used to swim in high school, so maybe we'll get them into that too. Definitely have them play a little golf. And I just want to give them the opportunities that I didn't have, you know. So whatever they take a liking to, support them in any way, as long as they're not being absolute knuckleheads. And yeah, I just want to make sure they're good human beings, because you tend to see a lot of people who come from families with money, kind of little shits.
Yeah, they become little spoiled shitheads.
Yeah.
What was I don't need to know the whole freaking backstory, but like, what was your childhood like? Like, I just talked to Amir Albazi, who's fighting this weekend, and he went from Iraq to Syria to Sweden and had this crazy journey. And he said like what got him into fighting was he was actually bullied as like an immigrant refugee from by like Swedish kids, and he's like, I need to learn how to defend myself. And then he saw Chuck Liddell on TV one night. He's like, that's what I want to do, and that's like him being bullied on top of watching UFC got him into that. So like, what's the Aljamain Sterling origin story?
What got me into this?
Yeah, like I get like what like. Yeah,
honestly, I wanted to be a gym teacher, and that's why I went to school in SUNY Cortland. Shout out my Red Dragons, home of the Red Dragons. Can I take it all? That's probably before your time.
I'm just laughing. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's Good Burger.
I know Good Burger. I'm 28, bro. I'm not that young.
I'm a Good Burger game out.
I'm just not that cultured. That's the late 90s. We're good, bro.
But I forgot what the question was now.
Oh, what was the question? Just I forgot what the question was too. You just distracted me. I asked you about
fighting.
What got your origin story? Yeah, there you go.
So I started fighting in college. So I met John Jones when I was a freshman. And then when I transferred my sophomore year, going into my sophomore year, was at SUNY Cortland, and I saw John Jones post a lot of pictures on like MySpace and whatnot.
MySpace.
And he was training, and I asked him to hit him up, like, yo, where you training at? He was like, I'm training down at this place. I type it in on MapQuest.
Was that the pre-Jackson Wink days?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. But he was just like getting into Jackson Wink. I just look at the gym. It's in McGraw, right down the road from my college, like 5 minutes. I'm like, I bet. Tell him to come. He goes. He basically says, he drops the invite and he's like, you ain't coming. And I was like, I bet. I showed up. I see him, he's like, I didn't think you were gonna show up. I was like, bro, I told you. I'm man of my word, I'm not like these other cats. And I haven't stopped since then. So there wasn't no story like a Bozzy or anything like that. I saw John having success and I was like, yo, honestly, I think I could be good at this too.
Yep.
I was like, I don't know what it is, really. I don't really understand it. But you're making money. I'm wrestling, I ain't making no money, I'm cutting weight. I cut weight to fight, make a few dollars.
Yeah, man.
Let's fucking do it. And then that just turned into this, and here I am a couple years later.
Worked out, bro. John Jones, thank you. John Jones responsible for Aljamain Sterling's career?
For the start, yeah. I'd say for the start, for sure.
And what was childhood like? Any I don't know, any crazy stories people would love to hear, anything like that? Or did he just have a pretty normal childhood?
A lot of domestic violence.
Really?
A lot.
Damn, bro.
I'll just leave it at that. That's the easiest way. You got a big family, overextended family. It gets bad really quick. But now we're all cool, for the most part. Some people I don't talk to still in my family, but
Yeah.
and I don't talk to them because they chose not to talk to me.
Yeah, right?
I'm like, you ain't fucking hurting me. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I'm happy to talk to you. I'm happy not to talk to you. I choose my peace.
So you've had to deal with that since you were young, domestic violence and shit? Damn, bro. I'm glad you made it out, man.
Yeah. My dad beat the shit out of me.
No, really?
I was like the little black sheep in the family.
Yeah, 'cause you got brothers?
I got a lot of brothers.
Yeah.
But I definitely got the short end of the stick.
Well, as cliche as this probably sounds, I feel like a lot of fighters have similar stories, and like without stories like that, I don't know if you guys could be the fighters you are, you know?
100%. I used to fight with a lot of anger because of him. That was always like my source for me wanting to whoop someone's ass.
Is he still around at all?
I don't talk to him.
No.
He don't talk to me. I don't talk to him.
Fair enough, bro. Some people don't deserve, you in short, you know what I mean?
I know. I can only do so much. You can only bring the horse to the water so many times before you're just like, you know what? Fuck this stupid horse.
Fuck this stupid
I'm gonna go this way.
Well, that's gotta be good motivation for you too. We're just talking about kids, like you gotta be, I guess, almost a dad like you didn't have, that role model that you didn't have, right?
Yeah, for sure. So I think I make a good papa.
Papa Funk?
Yeah, Papa Funk. There'll be Papi or Dada or Daddy.
I'm gonna start calling you Poppy, is that cool?
My nickname is Funk
Poppy.
Papi.
Funk Poppy?
Yeah.
Funk Poppy.
So if we do like interviews on like Zoom or Google Meets or anything, I'm Funk Papi. On the script. On my WhatsApp is Funk Papi. People are like, who the fuck is Funk Papi? I'm like, you know who it is.
That's me.
You don't gotta ask.
I'm looking at my notes. That's everything I wanted to cover. No, I have one thing written down, and this is the stupidest, most random question, but where did you meet Michael Phelps?
Oh, we did the Sports Illustrated event through the UFC. We were invited. Khalil Roundtree was there too. He had to leave early, which kind of sucked. He had to do something that just came up last minute with his family. I felt so bad. I was like, damn, you just got here, bro.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah. But it was good. It was good. We got to talk to him a little bit offline and just ask him some questions, like what was life like after he retired, and we kind of dived into the mental health stuff a little bit. I've never been like that, like super mental health kind of a guy, but I do understand, like, when I stopped wrestling and I started fighting, it was a hard transition because I was like, fuck, I miss this sport so much, but I'm doing this other thing, but I also have this internal conflict where I can still continue to wrestle if I choose to, but do I actually want to do that?
Yeah.
So it was really, really hard. So now I'm 36. I'm like, there's no other things. It's like, what do I do after this? I got this. Like, obviously, they say drinking isn't that great for you, but I like to I like to say in moderation. It's just great for family occasions, events, gatherings, things like that. And I truly believe like this brings out like the best in people and brings together people and all the good moments. So that's why I do it. I enjoy it. I drink when I train. It's like my downtime stress reliever.
Yeah, man.
And again, if you can't control yourself, you probably should not drink. But again, everything in moderation. I'm one of those guys, like I have one, go to bed. And that's usually when I'm in shape after training.
Yep.
Right now I don't have a fight. I did throw my name in the hat to be a backup fighter for the London card. So this is probably my last week of anything until I know I can do X amount of rounds.
I caught you during the fun time.
Yeah. So once I know I can do like 4 rounds straight, okay, I'm like, okay, I'm in a good spot. I can reward myself with like a nightcap or two.
Yeah, sure.
And I think that's just the balance I've always had my entire career, and it's helped me still be able to enjoy the ride. Like, what is the point of making all this fucking money and having fun and fighting? I should say, not even having fun, just fighting and traveling. If you can't really enjoy it because you're gonna be so strict with everything. Oh, I can't be here, I can't be there, I can't be at a pool party, I can't be at this beach because of this. I'm like, yeah, that's cool that you're super disciplined, but
You gotta live.
life is gonna pass you by and you're gonna look back and go, well, I gave it the best I got. I'm like, yeah, you did, but you have no memories. You have nothing that you're gonna be able to look back on and reflect on and go, I remember this moment, that was such a crazy time because this was happening. Like, I'm so happy and blessed that I was able to still enjoy and keep all those things at the forefront, while also knowing like there's some things I'm not gonna be able to make it to because I'm so focused on this. But in between, I know how to balance the whole thing and have fun and be a normal person.
Yeah.
Like, not everyone's gonna relate to the guy who's like, I go to bed at 8 o'clock,
No,
I
not at
wake
all.
up at 6, I go for a run, I eat 3 eggs raw, and then I work out once or twice, then I go do a sauna session, I maybe pluck my eyebrows and then get my hair cut. I'm like, oh, I understand why you're great, but there's nothing about you that's like
That's it.
like, it was nice to know you. I just continue to watch you. Like, there's nothing relatable about that. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that. I do not want to be that guy.
Now, I said I was done too, but I thought of 2 more questions. So one, do you at all like fear the aspect of retirement? Or do you feel like you do have, like I know you have Funk Harbor, you got cigars. I imagine you could probably coach anywhere you want to coach, but is that something like you do fear retirement? Like, do you see yourself as a fighter who might one day, you know, I think I've referenced Joe Rogan like twice in this interview, but he says some good shit. And one of the things he said is like he hates when fighters don't know when to call it. So, is that you at all?
I think that's out of fluid.
I got this one.
And that's just me. Oh, very nice. And this is Joe Rogan. You're saying like fighters don't know when to call, like when they should stop.
He said like there's nothing he hates more than a fighter who just doesn't know when it's time to call it.
Overstaying your welcome.
Yes. Yeah, so I guess like,
Almost took my whole eyebrows off.
but yeah, like is that? I guess is that something you could see yourself putting yourself in that position, like being afraid of retiring, so you do overstay your welcome, or do you think you're gonna know like when it's time and have some outlets afterwards?
My thing is, and I've said this multiple times, it's when I feel I can't compete with these young motherfuckers anymore, and the performances are showing I can't compete, I was like, damn, I thought I lost my eyebrow.
I don't smell hair, you're good.
I'm more than happy to be done. I've made enough money where I'm smart with my investments. My lifestyle pays for itself in regards to what I've been able to save, so I'm very fortunate and blessed because of that. Like, people think I'm like want to fight for the title just to fight for the title again. I was like, no, it's not even about that. Like, I have the money already. It's the legacy, right? So I want to do it before that window closes where I can be competitive and actually have a true shot at becoming a double champion, one of the very few to do it. So I think for me, it's just if I can't compete anymore, I'm taking it fight by fight. It's gonna be a sad day when I'm done and I'm like no longer a UFC athlete, so I can go to the PI and say like I'm a UFC fighter currently, so I can come here. Like, I think about all those things. It's like it's such an odd feeling to know I got signed at 24. I started fighting at 20 or 21, and here I am. right at the door, almost the kiss of death, where it's like Grim Reaper's coming for me. Like, hey man,
It's morbid, bro.
your time in this game is up, my friend. It's like what's that Flavor Flav show? He's like, I was vibing with you and everything, but your time is up. So he's actually from Roosevelt too, my original hometown back in Long Island. But with that said, I don't want to overstay my welcome. I want to know and get the true opinions from my wife, my coaches, my teammates, and obviously the performance. Like, if I'm getting jabbed and my eyes are rolling back in the back of my head, it's probably like, hey, you didn't react how you normally would react to strikes. I think there's something going on where maybe we should be starting to look to exit. And that stuff scares me, man. Could be the very next fight. So I'm just like, fuck, man. I think I got a couple good ones left in me, and I want to try to make the most of it. Cement my name once more in a different weight class in the history books, and don't want to be one of those guys who goes on a 6, 7, 8 fight losing streak before they realize, hey, I should probably stop fighting.
You don't got any grays yet.
I got a lot in my beard. I pluck them out, bro.
Yeah, I was like, no, you
I
don't.
pluck those motherfuckers out. They grow quick. They grow quick, man. I'm like, nah, I can't be having that. No salt and pepper yet.
Last question now, and I promise. I was thinking about this, retirement and wrestling, this real American freestyle promotion, bro. Is that something you could see yourself doing? Are there any matches you're like, yo, that would be a good one. Let's maybe get that going someday.
Yeah, someone mentioned Arman Tsarukyan to me.
Ooh, let's do it. Sign it up. Arman and Aljo, go.
Yeah, I was like, that would actually be a fun match. Especially if there's jiu-jitsu involved, right? I think he's a strong dude. He's built like a fire hydrant. Very much in shape and strong. But I think I can make it interesting. And possibly even pull out all the tricks out the hat and maybe even catch a submission.
You and Arman Tsarukyan,
It'll be a fun little battle.
Well, I mean, we could bring it to Fury Grappling.
We bring the Fury. They just gotta change the rule set because none of that gay shit.
I know you don't like it. I'm sorry.
I like Fury, but
You don't like that
rule set we did last time. And I told Rob, like, you can't have me come back here and do this.
Who
Like,
was that? Was Kevin Dantzler last time?
Yeah. I was like, ain't no way you tell me I lost. I'm like, at least call it a draw. Don't tell me I lost. Like, that's
That was a
disrespectful.
weird match. That was a weird match, bro.
He was upset about it too. He's like, what can you do, man? I was like, yeah, like, obviously I'm not gonna get my ankles ripped off by playing this guy's stupid game. But if he was able to get a takedown and advance to it, okay, I'll give you the tap. Like, you earned it. But I'm not gonna watch you scoot your ass on the fucking mats and crawl over to me like I just want to Saga kick him. Like, are you serious? This is your approach?
Kevin, he's saying this, not me. I like Kevin. Don't do this.
I don't have any problems with him. It's just know, like, hey, bro, you're shorty in the streets and someone attacks you. Is that your first
Yeah,
move?
you can't do this in the streets,
It's
man.
like, yeah, I've been waiting for this. It's like Rampage when he's humping the reporter. Like, yeah, talk to me.
Earlier, I didn't get it on camera. Earlier, we were in the gym, me and Aljo, and I said, Aljo, enter my guard, and he wouldn't do it. So,
Nah, not happening.
see, bam.
You gotta earn that.
Aljo, that's it. We still got a little cigar and drink staff here, but I appreciate your time. We covered pretty much everything. This is a long one. So, anything else you want to say? Anything for the fans? Let it rip.
You have not seen the fucking last of me, you heard? So when I pull up on that block and I tell you exactly what I'm gonna do to these motherfuckers, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna twist them up in a pretzel and put them in a banana split. Ain't nothing that anybody, these motherfucking featherweights, gonna do about it. So I'll catch you guys in London. I'm coming out to the show. I guarantee you it's gonna be fireworks. You better hope you don't miss weight. You better hope you make it to the dance, Movsar. Otherwise, I'm stepping in. I'm taking that title shot.
I can't do a better outro than that. Cut! That was dope, bro. Thank you.